listening to New Kids on the Pod with your hosts, Mamba, Tony D, and JYD.
NKOTP, what it do, y'all? I'm about to break it down real smooth for y'all motherfuckers who don't know about NKOTP versus Mamba. He's kinda big, he's kinda funny, but really he smells like baloney. And then this junkyard, he got a stank dick, and he work at the video store. And then there's Mr. Divine, he's a piece of shit, and you should ignore him, cause he's my good friend. And my name is Tony, and I am the best Tony. And I can be a little pony. And if you put me on the store, you know I'm gonna go hard some more. Buy some little wass, and then put a mask. And I got a cash flow. Like what? I said, let's go to the store, and let's buy some more. Cause I wanna buy on big money. Big money rule everything around me. Migos, yo, remix, NKOTP, put it down some more on the floor if you wanna go hard, if you wanna go hard, if you wanna go hard, if you wanna go hard. NKOTP, shout out to my connection. Put me on y'all for the city of Chicago. Do it one more time for y'all. NKOTP, go harder than a motherfucking Goku. In a Vegeta, in a motherfucking Goku. Hyperbolic chamber in the motherfucking Goku. NKOTP on this motherfucking Goku. Ain't Cell got a motherfucking Goku. NKOTP got a motherfucking Goku. Goku looking like NKOTP. NKOTP looking like Goku. Tony Mama looking like Goku. Divine looking like Goku. Junkyard looking like Goku. I said Tony Divine, but I really meant Mamba. Cause you motherfucker looking like Goku. NKOTP looking like Goku. Everybody in the crew looking like Goku. Suck these dragon balls, nigga. Hey.
Hello, everybody. We'd like to welcome you to New Kids on the Pod. I am one of your hosts, JYD. And with me, as always, as you heard in that wonderful intro, is Tony Divine and Mamba. But ignore Tony D.
Oh, yeah, because I'm a piece of shit.
I'm really glad that intro took as long as it did because I'm trying to catch me some Pee-Pee-Mon.
Whoa, Pee-Pee-Mon.
Trying to catch some Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought we'd do something a little different today. And, you know, we have nothing good to talk about, so might as well play.
So we're just going to wing it this whole... All right, that's good. My improvisational skills are going to come in handy.
Yeah, sure.
So I'm going to start this episode off then by apologizing to you, Junkyard.
Why?
Because we played basketball the other day.
Yeah.
And I really treated you like shit. And I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
All right, you didn't get upset?
No. I
Wait, when did you treat him like shit?
Because he was on my team. I mean, mind you, I didn't do that great.
Yeah, I did play like garbage.
Yeah, you did.
I couldn't.
Which I told you was going to happen, which is a norm.
I normally don't play like Tony. Tony's played with me more than you have.
I've played with you plenty of times.
Tony's played with me a lot more.
And you played exactly like I thought you were going to play.
Tony, tell him.
That wasn't your best game.
Yeah.
I know it wasn't my best game, that's what I'm saying, but tell him I normally don't play that.
No, you don't play that.
Okay, so anyways, I mean, I didn't play that well.
Tony didn't play any good either.
Yeah, I normally have 2 legs.
Yeah. But the gym that we played at, it was an empty high school. There was no air conditioner on. It was the middle of summer. I think it was like 90-something degrees. Humid as shit. And there was no ventilation, so I was dying. But anyways, enough about me, more into the junkyard. There was one point where the ball bounced off the rim, and it bounced over to you. And you just kind of, you and Tony, you were like right next to each other. The ball was closer to you, and you just kind of stared at it. And I watched you just like stare at the ball, and Tony walk up to it and grab it. You're just, like 10 seconds later, you realize what happened. And I don't know if you remember, and I was like, Junkyard, grab it. What the fuck?
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
I remember that too, because we started playing, and normally I always wear ankle braces because I've broken both my ankles. I've dislocated one of them and
You
sprained
mean
them like numerous times.
Is that because you're bad at basketball?
No,
You got crossed over?
Actually,
yeah, you got crossed over.
Out of all those times, like I've broken my ankle or sprained it, only once was it playing basketball before this time. Every other time is just because I can't walk upstairs or something.
So the rest of those injuries were unsports related?
Yeah, you know what? I'd like to say I wish they were all sports related. That'd be like a better story, other than like I can't walk down the stairs. So I always wear an ankle brace just for support, and I hadn't sprained my ankle or turned it or anything in like years. So I'm like, I just got home and I was in a rush. I was like, fuck, we got to make it there by 6. So I'm like, fuck it. Like I just won't play with them today. And like 2 minutes into the game, I land on someone's foot.
You know what? I actually thought about that when you didn't put them on. I'm like, I was surprised you always wear them.
Yeah,
I just didn't this time.
I paid the price. So 2 minutes into the game, and like I turn my ankle, like I hear like just like I don't know how to explain it.
Like a pop.
More like a crunch, like multiple pops. Ooh. And like snaps. I was like, oh, that does not sound good at all.
That does not bode well.
I was like, fuck. And I was like, well, there's exactly 10 of us. So if I sit out, like, that's pretty much going to just kill everything. And plus, like, I don't know, maybe I can play through it. So I'm like, I'll just jog and put in half the effort.
All right, then I'm impressed that you powered through because we played for a little while.
Yeah, we played for a little over 2 hours.
But does this finally end it? Because we haven't really talked about it on the show, but Junker claims that he could beat me in basketball. Does this finally end the debate?
No, just because
it doesn't.
No, because I had a bad game. Everybody's got. Everybody has bad
every
games.
game is a bad game
No,
for you.
that was just a bad game.
I've seen you play.
No, I've only played with you 4 times.
No, more than that.
It's been like 4 times.
No, it's been more than that.
Maybe
It's just
5.
like you hang out at the 3-point arc, but you can't shoot.
I can shoot.
And every time,
as of recently, I've been on a cold streak. I don't play enough.
My description of Junker playing basketball is every time he gets past the ball and he grabs it, it's like he just picked up a basketball for the first time.
What are you talking about?
It's like, what is this?
I had like 3
sphere?
I had 3 assists. Those were what do you call it? That game.
What does this round object do? What do I do with it?
If I remember correctly, I even assisted to you.
So what you're saying is that Junkyard should not be allowed near a basketball or any basketball-related objects until the victory has been secured.
Yeah, every time he gets a ball, he like draws a blank.
Even Jordan had bad games.
Yeah. Don't compare yourself to him.
I'm just saying, everybody has bad games.
And I think other people who play with you start to realize it, so you get the ball less and less.
I know, because I had a bad game, and I'm not making excuses. I've had a bad game.
It's okay. I'm not gonna make.
I had butterfingers. I couldn't hold the fucking ball. Every time I got past him, he just like went through my hands for some reason.
So, does that mean you still think you can beat me?
1-on-1, yes.
Okay. Well, I think we should probably record a video because we're putting stuff on YouTube now, right?
Correct.
But
yes.
audio stuff.
Audio only. Audio.
So far it's audio stuff, but I think we should record a video of me and you play basketball.
Okay.
People would want to see it, just how terrible you are. And then we have that old ragtimey piano, piano music.
Play that's piano. I said play some piano.
Yeah, so it'll just be super cut, so it's fast forward and dun, 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 dun. Yeah. And then they're not watching 2 athletes play; they're watching 2 idiots. Try to see who's worse than the other one.
I think that's a
great idea, right?
It's like when we had our movie competition.
Tony, yeah, right. Tony can officiate. You can get him. We can go to Foot Locker and ask if we could borrow one of their shirts.
Or no, if they won't let us borrow one of their shirts, I'll apply at Foot Locker.
Yeah,
just to get the uniforms.
And then on the first day, I was like, all right, here's your shirts, and I'm like, all right, see you guys tomorrow.
See you later.
And then I'll never go.
Yeah, that'll work.
Not show up anymore.
So that's what we'll do.
But don't you know? I mean, you do realize that I'm 2 feet taller than you, right?
That doesn't matter.
Okay. Well, it kind of helps.
Yeah, it helps, but it doesn't matter. Muggsy Bogues was real short, and he was really good.
All right. Well, there's always exceptions.
Allen Iverson wasn't the tallest.
They were also
Those are the exceptions.
they were also freak athletes.
You are the rule, Junkyard.
They're also freak athletes.
I am also a freak athlete.
You are. You are okay. Maybe the first.
Yeah.
but you're definitely not the second.
If you were put in any kind of category as freak, it'd be like circus freak or something. They'd be like, look at the mustache lady.
Oh, Mama came with jokes.
Yeah, he did.
You said we don't have anything to talk about.
Yeah, we do.
I told you I was gonna have to filibuster and talk.
We got plenty to talk about.
We have
So I have an hour and 15 minutes to just talk.
And actually, a filibuster is like it is when you talk, but it's when you talk so much that you prevent.
everybody,
like-
anything from
Oh yeah,
happening.
those you don't know.
Which technically is not the case because if we don't have anything to talk about, you're not really preventing. So it's more like you're babbling. Is what you're doing.
Okay, well I'm
Yeah,
filibustering.
he's preventing our listeners from having a good time.
Oh man,
I'm preventing them from not listening to us anymore. Because if we just sit here and there's awkward silence, they're going to be like, "Well, I don't want to listen to this podcast." They're just
Yeah, but then you babbling, they're gonna be like, I want to listen to this podcast.
no. They're going to be like, "Hey man,
Yo.
this guy's really entertaining."
All right, Mamba, entertain us.
They're gonna. If people watch Fox News and listen to them babble all day, then they'll listen to me.
That's true. The only reason I still keep doing this podcast is because I see some of the dumb shit that people pay attention to, and it's like, okay, if they pay attention to that, then we are like leaps and bounds above that shit.
Yeah, if people sit at home and watch daytime TV all day, they'll listen to me. It's the same thing.
How long has like some of those soap operas been on? Like General Hospital? That one's been on forever.
Years, decades.
Yeah.
like a
What was the one family one? Not all in the family.
All
all my
Okay.
children. Or
All My
something?
Children. There you go.
I remember I was asking my friend and his girlfriend because they're both. I was asking her. I was like, "What are you gonna go do when you get out of work?" She was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go watch novelas, which is Mexican."
Spanish soap operas.
So I was like, "What are you gonna go watch? Todos mis hijos?" And I thought that was really funny on my part. Would that translate to all my children, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's like the Spanish version of.
I know. Like I understand what you said.
It's just not funny.
I just don't get how you thought it was funny.
All right, moving on.
Hold on. Do you guys remember that reality show on MTV? They had
Todos mis hijos.
no. They had what do you call it? They were like it was contestants trying to be on novelas.
Really? I didn't know there was a
Yeah,
show.
it was on like right after, like around that time of all the love shows, like Rock of Love and
You know what my favorite one was? Real Chance of Love.
yeah.
Because they were stallionaires.
it was right around that time that show was on.
Was it New York? Didn't she have her own one?
I Love New York. Yeah, they all had their. I mean, VH1 really took a crap. I remember in the '90s they actually had music videos and stuff like that on, and then one day they just had a meeting. They're like, we need to clear out this block of time. What are we gonna do? They're like, we just put diarrhea on for a few hours. But you know what? I actually watched it.
Did you watch Real Chance of Love?
I did watch Real Chance of Love. How did it all start? I think it all started with Flavor of Love.
Yeah. No.
Not Flavor of Love.
Flavor of Love was was the first one, and then New York was on that one, and then she got her own show.
Oh, no, I know how it
called
started.
I Love New York.
Well, it started.
And then Real and Chance were on that one.
It started because VH1 had that show, The Surreal Life, where they had washed-up celebrities.
Yeah. Oh,
And-
that's how
Don't forget about Rock of Love either. Rock
Yeah,
of
but
Love
that
with,
was like an offshoot because it was
That's-
Surreal Life, and it had like Flavor Flav and Bridget Thompson
Yeah.
or whatever. And then he got his show because he was so entertaining.
And-
Flavor of Love.
and New York was
New
on
York was on there, and
And
it was
she got her own show.
She got her own show.
called I Love New York.
And then they had to cater to the white demographic, so they came out with Rock of Love.
Yeah.
And
And so then in I Love New York, that's when Real and Chance, they were brothers.
Yeah.
They were on that show, and then they got their own show called,
Real Chance of
Real
Love.
Chance at Love.
do you know that guy? Real. He passed away.
didn't he have like a heart condition or something?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
sucks. He was cool. He was like my favorite one. He was cooler than Chance.
He was the not so ghetto one, right?
Yeah, he was the one with the long
Yeah.
hair.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
So it was on VH1. It was called Viva Hollywood. It was
Really?
a reality show, yeah, that 12 Latino actors and Latina actresses compete for a role in America's numero uno telenovela star. The winner will receive a contract with Telemundo. Yep.
Did that actually?
It only lasted one season. I watched it. And it wasn't horrible.
Why didn't it do so
It
good?
wasn't great.
Because it's about telenovelas. Nobody gave a shit about that shit.
There was a lot of great trash TVs around that era.
Yeah.
I remember
Jersey Shore.
I was having a conversation with a coworker of mine, and she was asking me like what, like she was like, oh, what type of girls do you like? You know, what kind of girls do you like? Whatever.
Snooki.
So yeah, definitely that was not my answer, but good guess though. And,
Tila Tequila.
And oh, you know what? I actually did. I liked Tila Tequila when she was on MySpace, back when she was like not batshit crazy like she is now.
When she thinks the world is flat.
Honestly, I don't think she's that stupid. I just think she's that desperate for attention.
Yeah.
To the point where she will just say the stupidest things just to get attention. Which, whatever. I guess you do what you got to do when you have nothing else in your life going on, you know, and you're like, when you're a has-been. But a lot of girls that I talk to, you know, like nowadays that the whole feminist movement and
What?
oh man, we're talking about like speaking of gripes, let me talk about the feminists. No, I kid the feminists.
I think we've griped enough about them.
But if you look back at like some of the shows that were like those that we were just talking about, one of them which was great, but when you go back and reflect on it, it was kind of terrible. And do you remember? I know you remember Junker because you're the one that put me on this show. Was Pickup Artist.
Oh, I love the Pickup Artist. That was a great show.
Now, it's funny because like a lot of their methods, it's very like, it's pretty much like they're treating women like objects.
Yeah, exactly.
They treat them like a number.
You have to use an egg. Remember? You have to use an egg. You have to peacock.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like the host of that show's name is Secret?
Mystic.
No, it was Secret.
No, it was
No. It was
Mystic and it was Matador.
yeah, Matador.
Or they were stupid names though.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
They were stupid names.
And then that guy, he wore like gigantic hats.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was peacocking. That was part of the thing. The reason you peacock is so
Yeah, I know. Girls will come up
Yeah.
and like ask you, like, why the
Right.
fuck are you wearing such a stupid hat?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you
Yeah.
use nags, and you have to different body languages. That show was great.
And it's funny because like a lot of those like, you know, like insulting them, which is like called nagging.
Yeah.
Trying to close the deal, trying to like what was it when you try to like catch someone that or try to get someone that like works like a bartender? There was a term for it.
Yeah.
There was a term that like when you try to either get her number or try to get a date from someone that actually like works at the establishment. Like that was like one of the last.
Oh, his name was a mistake. It was Mystery.
Oh, okay.
Mystery.
So
That's what it was. Mystery.
Mystic is the team in Pokemon.
Yeah,
so-
now that I think about it.
So yeah, so like, you know, like a lot of like I seen a lot of videos like, you know, these feminists like they review like things like that, and they do make valid points. That I mean, they basically the whole premise is you just got to score. You just got to go out there and just at the end of the day, what girl can you take home? You know, and how efficiently can you get her? You know, get in her pants type of thing. So you'll say whatever you need to. You'll do whatever things like that. So in essence, it's not, you know, the greatest show, but I will say, because, you know, despite of what everyone thinks of that and the methods, they do work.
Yeah, they do.
Because, I mean, albeit they be what they are, but those methods do work. And I was discussing this with a friend of mine because she was asking me, she's like, oh, like, so how do you talk to girls? I'm like, well, I really don't have a method. Like, if I had a method, I would probably be much more proficient at it, but I don't. And she's like, well, like, who taught you like how to like talk to girls, whatever. I'm like, well, nobody really did. Like, you know, I'm the oldest. Like, I hung around with like a lot of friends that were just like me. So, you know, we didn't really like, you know, go out and like talk to girls every weekend, things like that. But then I started watching the Pickup Artist, and I'm like, maybe I could. And then the thing is, like, as stupid as it sounds, like, I'm like, fuck it, you know, that shit does work. And
Yep. You ignore them. You don't pay attention to the girls. Like if you throw in negs.
yeah, negs work.
Like, oh, that's a really nice dress. Yeah, you know, I think I just saw some other girl wearing that a couple of minutes ago. I remember that was one of his good lines.
Like, and he had like a lot of like, I don't know, a lot of things like that, and they did work.
Or like when you go up to two girls and he's like, "Oh, are you guys best friends? You guys laugh alike." I remember he used to always say that.
Something really dumb.
Oh, he would get. Well, I've never watched the show, but I've heard some things from it. But you would try to get two girls to compete over you. Like you would compliment one, but then insult the other one. So or some shit like that.
Well, basically, I think the thing was that you had to you can't ignore one, and you have to pay attention to both of them.
Basically,
equally
like
because
if there's two girls and they're they're out together, and there's one that you like, and if you just go out there and you just focus your attention on her, the other girl is gonna be like against you because she's gonna try and keep her friend away from you. But if you engage both of them and you like pay attention to both, then they're both like most likely to reciprocate. Like if you go talk to both of them, like, hey, how you girls doing? Where you guys from? Then they'll be like, then their guard will be a little bit, it'll be not as, hard.
I learned to date through this show that we actually talked about last week called It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. The system I use is called the Dennis system.
That system is hilarious.
The Dennis system consists of D, demonstrate value, E, engage physically, N, nurture dependent, the other N, neglect emotionally, I, inspire hope, and then S, separate entirely. After that, she'll say that she hates you, but it means that she's
She's in love with you.
But yeah, like no, they did. I mean, like something you actually even said in that Dennis system is something the mystery would talk about.
Yeah.
Like, wait, was it? It was what was E?
Engage physically?
Yeah, engage physically. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Remember he used to always say like start with a little touch on the hand and then like move your way like just so she gets comfortable with you touching her.
Yeah.
You have to start
And that
with
way
small.
and you could read like
gestures.
her body language.
Yeah.
And one of them, remember the D in Pickup Artist was demonstrations of higher value.
Yeah.
I remember that was a good one. And
You have to show that you're.
yeah, you have to
you're-
basically show her that you're worth her time,
Right.
type of thing.
What if you just do what I did when I was younger and I was pretty good looking? I would just stand there and girls would come up and talk to me.
That doesn't always work.
I mean, I didn't really have to do anything.
Well, yeah, but this show wasn't for guys like you. This show was for people who.
Now
Well, it's for guys like you now. But
Now I
for
need.
guys like,
Yeah,
like
that's what I was. Well, I was about to
It's like you-
just say that.
You fell.
I was just gonna say
you
that.
just fell into that demographic.
So yeah, I mean, I would need that show because now I actually have to work.
Yeah, and it's funny because like you watching that after that show, like you notice like other guys doing the same thing. Like you can tell like guys are implementing like those strategies.
And you might implement them without knowing him. I mean, like without
Yeah.
knowing, like without. Like some people never watch that show.
And a lot of them like they made sense. Do you remember the one when he's like, if you there's a girl you like, but she's with a group of friends, girls and guys, you have to engage the guys too
Right.
to get them like
Right, and to get them on your side.
yeah.
Yeah, you have to engage everybody. You can't just talk to, and you can't necessarily just pick on the girl that you like
Yeah.
because it's too obvious. You have to spread the attention.
I wish courting was like it was back in the good old
I've
days.
actually found this really quick. This trailer. Let me play it
when
real
you
quick.
just go up to a girl and then just hit her over the head with a club and then drag her back to your cave.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
that sounds.
Those are the
fantastic.
days.
Those were the good old days.
So here's a quick VH1 The Pickup Artist trailer from
Promo.
2008.
Ooh, 2008.
Last season on The Pickup Artist.
I just feel so out of my comfort zone.
Oh, you
when
remember
I
that guy?
Approach a girl.
Yep.
I don't approach girls.
A man named Mystery took 8 lovable losers
I'm petrified with trying to go up to a woman.
That looks like Bobby Lee.
turned them into Casanovas.
I get it. I know what's going on. I'm like Neo from The Matrix. I am the one.
Oh my god.
Now, he's back.
I am
Do you remember those medals or like the things
Yeah.
they used to give them to hang
Yeah.
for the different like levels?
I wouldn't go anywhere with a man named Mystery.
Your friend and I like each other. Are you right with that?
This is sweet. Oh, thank you.
Say hi, be nice. We're surrounded by love tonight.
Let the game begin.
And this time around, the challenge is even.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, that was. Oh, I remember the challenge. The one that was one of the last ones. The one was to pick up a
stripper?
a stripper or
Yeah.
a bartender. It's called. They're called hired guns.
Oh, that's right. Hired guns.
Hired
Yeah,
guns,
you're right.
And that was like one of the upper echelon of the challenges.
Matador was the man.
That motherfucker was like bulky.
he was ripped.
buff. He was like so he was. All he had to do was just walk around.
Yeah, chicks just dug him. And he had that long hair,
Yeah.
like long flowy hair.
This show sounds awful. I've never watched it, but
It was.
I'm
It wasn't.
You know
It
what?
wasn't very good.
Yeah, like, and I wonder, like, I've only watched it, that when it came out.
Yeah, I
So-
watched both those seasons.
So, I mean, I might go back and just see how it aged. I don't imagine it aged well.
No, I don't think it has. Just by watching this quick trailer, I don't think it doesn't look like it aged very well.
But in 2008, whew,
I'm pretty sure
the hotness.
I think I heard a recent news story about him or something that he got in trouble for some shit.
Well, I was just reading about him actually when you were talking. It turns out that like he kind of had a little bit of a breakdown. Like he's kind of depressed, and I don't know if he was suicidal, but almost suicidal. Like he was talking about how like life is lonely now, and he's like they don't let him see his kids or some shit like that, and his brother's paralyzed, and like I don't know, all sorts of like depressing shit. And
Wait, who is this?
Mystery.
Oh, Mystery. Damn.
Yeah.
And yeah, so he's not in the best place.
It goes to show you, poon isn't everything.
Nope. Poon will not lead to happiness.
Yeah, you can get as much poon as you want, but it's not going to bring you happiness.
Hey, let's do we totally skipped Urban Dictionary word of the day.
Good. It was going great until you just brought it up.
No, here, let's just do one real quick. And see, you made me lose it.
You should do
sound more enthusiastic.
You should do the Keystone Pipeline.
Do it
You
again.
know what that is?
It's like the Russian pipeline.
It's just like the Russian pipeline, except you oil it up.
Ooh.
All right, today's word is crotch spiders. Do you guys know what crotch spiders
Oh,
are?
I hope it's not like literally crotch spider.
No, it's not.
Is that like dingleberries?
No,
It's when your pubic hair gets all tangled up.
kinda.
Ooh.
It's the pubic hair that sneaks out of the bikini bottom.
Oh, okay.
So, let me use it in a sentence. Man, look at the crotch spiders on her. Impressive. So,
Wow.
if you guys use the word crotch spiders, you will hear.
I will not be using.
Yeah,
that
I use
word.
those. I use that word all the time, obviously.
Oh, that's funny.
Was it funny, Junkyard?
It was.
Wasn't?
No, because I'm imagining crotch spiders.
Oh.
It's a terrible thing to imagine.
All right. So, guys, what is your? Oh shit! My
Oh,
bad.
my goodness. Edit that out.
Nah, I'll keep it in. So, So you guys have been playing Pokemon Go lately?
You gotta segue better into that. Like, hey, you guys know what's taking over the country and the world right now? No, Junkyard. What is it? Racism?
No, not racism. Okay, the second thing taking over the world.
Terrorism.
Third thing taking over the world.
Pokemon.
Pokemans.
It's Pokemon.
Pokemans.
I thought it was Pokemon.
Pee-pee-mons.
No, it's Pokemans.
It's like it's like Spider-Man.
It's like I like calling it Pokemans because that's what people that don't know what Pokemon is call it. They're like, "Are you playing that stupid Pokemon?
Are you catching Pikachus?
Are you catching Pokemans?"
I will say though, I'm not impressed, but so Junkyard before this. So for those of you who don't know, Pokemon Go is a game.
If you don't know, you live under a rock.
Yeah, it's all over social media. It's like you can't get away
It's all
from
over
it.
the fucking news. It's everywhere.
Yeah, it's everywhere, but it's fun. So for those of you who don't know, Pokemon Go is an app that's based off of the game from the 90s where you go around and catching little critters. That's the best way to describe them. And collecting them.
Fictional animals.
Fictional animals. And it's fun. It's like living out my dream when I was a kid. Now, what I'm really shocked by is Junkyard, who was a huge fucking Scrooge. For years.
He hates everything.
Yeah, hates everything. For years, he said that we're losers because we like shit like Pokemon or
Anime
and stuff like this. And lo and behold, Junkyard's like, hey, how do I level up? Or what you guys get? You guys catch any Pokemon today? I got what's this thing?
Yeah, I like how he can't pronounce. You could tell he never played a Pokemon game because you can't pronounce some of them.
He'll send a picture and be like, which one is this one? So what is it? How did this change your ways?
Because
you got it pretty early on. It's not like
Yeah.
it's not like you got it after the hype. Like you got it like
I got
really.
I got it when you got it. Like right after I saw you posted that Facebook thing of you catching a Squirtle. I'm like, wow, that looks pretty cool. What is that? I was intrigued. So I went to go look.
Were
it
you
up.
apprehensive though? Like, I don't want to.
Yeah, I was a little. And I'm like, it's Pokemon. What the fuck? What could be so fun about that?
So did you download it just because of the allure of having something before it was out? Because when I posted it, that
No,
was
I didn't know. I didn't know it wasn't out. I didn't know it wasn't out till I went.
Because you guys had it before It came on iPhones.
No, I didn't know it wasn't out till I tried to get it. So like I saw you.
Yeah.
I saw you. You posted that thing of that you caught the Squirtle.
So this game came out in Australia first. So it was released in Australia and it was going to be released in the US like later that day. I'm pretty sure it was later that day. So as soon as it was released, like people were already like, posting, and I was like, oh, like that seems pretty cool. And like I was a huge fan of Pokemon. Like I played a lot of the Pokemon games, loved them. So I was really excited for this to come out. So when I found out it was like released in Australia, I'm like, oh, well, if it's for Android, I can probably just download the APK, which is technically the program, and install it manually without having to wait for it to go through the Play Store. So that's what I did. I found it online. I downloaded it on this Android phone and started playing it. And what's funny is like when I got it, I was like, oh, this is awesome. But it was like I consider like a pre-release because it wasn't really out yet. So I'm like, I just want to play. So I just kind of went through the menus real quick, like, yeah, accept. So my avatar is a girl. So I'm like, yeah, I just pick a girl, whatever name. I pick my name and I just want to get to playing. And I was like, whatever, I'll just delete it all once the game comes out. Well, I realized after the fact that everything you do was tied into your Google account. So when the game was officially released and I tried to sign in, it already had like all my information and it had my avatar, which you can't change as of yet. So
now you're stuck.
I'm stuck until they release it.
But you're you're like the highest level that I know.
Yeah, I am currently at level 21.
I'm level 13.
I'm level 14. So what do you call it? Yeah, I saw you posted it. I'm like, what is that? I'm like, that looks interesting. I like the idea. Like when the first thing I saw was the camera showing, the background, and then the Pokemon in there,
and the little Pokemon was in front.
And I was like, what is that? I was like, that looks gay.
So do you?
And then
that's the adjective you use to describe that.
Yeah, why not? but not like gay as in homosexual, like gay as in stupid.
Oh, because we love the gays.
Yeah, we love the gays.
All right.
Anyway, so I was like, I don't want to play that. And then I started thinking about but that's kind of cool, like that whole like augmented reality thing. I was like, let me give this a shot. So I went to the Play Store. It's like, where the fuck is this thing? It's not even like I couldn't find it. So I Googled it, and it's like, oh shit, it's not even out yet. And then the fact that it wasn't out yet, then that kind of intrigued me a little bit more. I'm like,
ooh, now I really want to play it.
No, more like I like the hunt of trying to find it, and I found it, and I'm like, ooh, let me install it.
So that was the first Pokemon you caught, was the game itself.
Yeah, exactly. And then after that, then I started playing it, and I'm like, oh, this is pretty fun. Like, it was fun just having, like you said, walking around and catching shit.
So do you feel like you missed out on a lot when you were growing up as a kid?
Not at all.
So when you were a kid, Pokemon never intrigued you?
Nope.
Not one
in the
bit?
least. Nope.
So what did you do?
I watched other shit.
Like what?
My favorite shows growing up were like Ninja Turtles, He-Man, Thundercats.
So when everybody was going around, well, because you're like a little bit older than me, but not
Pee Wee Herman.
So you never had a Game Boy?
No, I never had any handheld systems till I was like 20, and that's because it was given to me. It was you remember it was
PSP?
Not PSP. Was it the Game Boy
Advance?
SP?
No, the SP.
Oh.
Remember? I got it when my appendix was taken out, and I was in the hospital. My fellow employees at the retail store I worked at bought it for
when
me.
your fellow school chums are going around with the cards,
catching Pokemans
and the games,
I don't remember any of my friends playing that. All my friends were really, really, really into basketball cards. And I used to collect basketball cards, and we used to collect basketball cards and trade basketball cards. That's what we did. Basketball cards, baseball cards, like a little bit, and then football cards were kind of like lame. But basketball cards, like when I was growing up, that was the main thing, was basketball cards. We'd go to the corner store and get the Topps cards, and then we would like chew the hard ass bubble gum and like trade them and see who got like fucking.
Cal Ripken Jr.
No, it was basketball.
Oh,
so it'd be like fucking.
We got Muggsy Bogues.
That sounds riveting.
I remember like one of my favorite one of my favorite cards was a Jerry Stackhouse card. It's Jerry Stackhouse.
Oh,
back
you
when
loved fucking. I remember you used to like what was his nickname? Short Stack.
Yeah,
I used to love that shit. I'm like, fuck, like Junker, that guy's whack as fuck. I remember.
He was good at one point.
I remember when I forgot what team was it, Dallas, when they made the playoffs.
Yeah,
and you were like super excited, like for Jerry Stackhouse. I was like, dude, what the fuck, man?
Dude, I remember it was a Grizzlies card, back, and back when they were in Vancouver. And he was on the team, and it was a Jerry Stackhouse card. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, dude, I've been wanting this card for a long time.
That's like, for those of you who don't know basketball, that's the equivalent to like being super excited to buy like a Ford Focus. Like, man, I really want
like a pre-owned Ford Focus.
Yeah, like a pre-owned Ford Focus.
And I traded. What did I trade?
Did you ever get the rarest card? Sexual assault, Kobe Bryant.
No, Kobe wasn't. Dude, this was before Kobe.
This was way before Kobe.
This was way before Kobe. Think about it, this was like Dream Team 2.
Oh, this was in the 90s.
This was in the 90s. So like, remember, I'm a lot older than you, Mom, but not a lot older, but old enough. And like, I remember I traded. What the fuck did I trade? I traded some like. Afterwards, I realized I got gypped, but I traded one really, really good card, which I cannot recall at this moment.
All right,
for a whole like page of the Dream Team cards, but it was missing Jordan. It was missing Jordan, and it was missing somebody else. I don't remember who else was missing, but it had Pippen.
But it had Christian Laettner, though, right?
No, it was Dream Team 2. He wasn't on the second Dream Team. And I remember later on in life, I found him, and I went to a card store to trade to see how much I could get for them. They were worth like $10 or something. I was like, fuck this. I was like, now I know I got ripped off. Like 20 years later, this shit ain't worth nothing.
Nope.
So
you know what is worth a lot? Magic cards.
And you know what else we used to do?
I used to play
Beckett.
Magic.
We used to have Beckett magazines to see how much our cards were worth.
Nerds. That's worse. Like, even though if it were back in the 90s when you were collecting basketball cards and I was collecting Pokemon cards, I would have fucked with you. I was like, look at these nerds in their Beckett trying to see how much is worth.
That was back when everybody. I remember all my classmates wore Jordans. I never in my life have owned a pair of Jordans.
Neither have I.
All my classmates had Jordans. They all had starter jackets. I remember I borrowed my sister's starter jacket. She had a leather starter jacket, and I thought I was the coolest fucking person in school.
Starter jackets, they were big.
And then everybody wore jerseys back then, like just basketball jerseys. My first jersey I ever got was for Christmas. It was a Chicago Bulls Scottie Pippen jersey, a black one.
Ooh.
Yeah.
The only
sexy.
jersey I've ever gotten, I ever owned basketball was a Jordan 45.
Ooh.
I had a Jason Kidd jersey. I don't know why I had Jason Kidd's jersey, but I wore the shit out of it.
You have no business wearing a point guard jersey.
Yeah, I know. Hey, Junkyard has no business wearing a Scottie Pippen jersey.
You should have gotten if you're gonna wear. Was he on the Nets?
Yes.
You should have gotten a Kerry Kittles jersey or or fucking what's our Keith Van Horn. Well, now those are jerseys you could set your.
What jerseys do you have? A Jordan jersey?
45.
Oh, okay, then that's fine. That's fine. That's understandable.
Yeah. See, so I wore it respectably. You should have done the same.
So anyway, back to Pokemon. So yeah, now I just played it just because it's fun, and now it's real fun.
Now you even have your girlfriend into it.
Yeah, I got her into it. At first she yelled at me. She's like, "Why are you playing that shit?" She's like, "Can't you see like people are getting like hurting themselves and stuff?" And I'm like, "I'm not gonna."
You should tell her, "Whoa, you live in Mexico. People would just get hurt for living over there."
Yeah, it's not as bad as it is here.
People disappear.
Yeah,
just for living there.
And she's like, I'm like, "You should play it." I'm like, "Here, I sent her the APK." It was, and she's like,
For those that don't know, what is an APK?
It is the application package.
So basically, you sent her the program.
Exactly. So install it. Ooh. The installer, and she installed it and she started playing it. Now she loves it.
Isn't she like higher level than you?
No, she's not. She's a level, but she's leveling up really fucking fast.
You should purposely like try to throw her off and like, oh, you should do this.
No, I helped her out this morning. I logged in as her, and it was actually because they did an update. So after the update, I logged in as her today, and it worked this morning. And I on my way to work, I was catching Pokemons for her.
Why don't you just let her do her own shit?
She does, but she wanted ones that they don't, because there's like different sets of Pokemon.
She's getting like,
so over here they just have like the bunk Pokemon.
She's getting like the desert Pokemon, like Sandshrew,
Geodude,
yeah,
like all those Cubone.
Yeah, and like
she does have. I bet
she never had a Drowsy. We have we're Drowsy infested in the Chicagoland area.
I'm drowning in Drowsies.
Yeah, and she had not one Drowsy. I got like thousands. I'm tripping over Drowsies.
That's true. I think the thing that I like most...
I caught a Drowsy 2 seconds ago.
So for me, catching a Drowsy for her was like, that's a rare Pokemon.
I think the thing that's so great about it is that in these rough and dark times, Pokemon is like bringing people together. Like I see people like in the street talking to each other. Yeah. People, there's actually setting up groups and events where people get together.
Yeah, like a lot of like there's been some crazy stories. There've been some really good stories, and there've been some really messed up ones, you know. But like Mamba said, like for the most part, like I think it's a positive thing. I do see a lot of like what Mamba just said, like a lot of people just talking to each other. A lot of events, like people are like organizing like these bar crawls, like these Pokemon Go. So you
Or
just, you know,
like downtown Chicago, they're gonna have like a huge meetup at Millennium Park.
yeah, which is this Sunday, by the way, and I will be there.
Yeah, people need this.
Yeah. So we should talk about like some of the crazy stories.
In these trying times. We need Pokemon.
And you know what? Hold on, before we get into the crazy stuff that's happened. Like yesterday, we went on a Pokemon date.
That's true.
Tony and a friend and I, and we were at a local park. You weren't around.
Ooh, speaking of Pokemon, I'm gonna catch a Zubat.
And what do you call it? I still can't stop thinking about we were in the park battling for gyms. Can you explain what a gym is?
Okay, so in this game, like I said, it's augmented reality and it's based on actual locations. It's geolocation. So when you go to a park, there's like certain spots where you can get items. And there's also what they call gyms. A gym is basically just a place on the map, usually a landmark, like a park, post office, churches, like some type of business. It'll be like, so once you go there, it's called a gym because you can put your Pokemon there. So how it works is like, say I have like 3 Pokemon and I go to a gym and there's already somebody there. So I can fight those Pokemon, and if I win, I can leave my Pokemon there, and he'll stay there until somebody else comes and defeats him. So once you leave it, you can just walk away. It just stays there, and it gets returned to your inventory once someone defeats him. So obviously, the stronger they are, the harder it is for other people to beat them, and you can also do it in teams. So that's the good thing about it is like me, Junkyard, and my other friend, we're all on the same team. We're Team Mystic.
Not me.
That's why you're by your damn self.
Team Valor over here.
Yeah. Where's your group at?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. There's others. There's plenty others. In the darkness, we are the flame. No. Don't you worry about that.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Your flame.
Do you guys have a cool slogan?
Yeah, your flamer's all right.
Oh,
that is not a lie.
That is. We just talked to Junkyard about this.
Oh, hey, we love the gays.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I mean, Team Valor is raging in Boys Town. I'll tell you that.
Continue.
So basically, like, you know, you fight these Pokemon that people left behind, and if you beat them, then you can leave your Pokemon there to defend. And if you're on the same team, like me, Junkyard, and one of our other friends are on the same team, we can all leave one there. So it makes it harder for other rival teams to take it over. So that's pretty much how you take over a gym. So we go to the park and like we see that the gym was taken over by Team Valor, which is the red team. So Junkyard and I, and other friend, were the blue team, which is Mystic. We're like, oh, let's take over that gym. The Pokemon that they're kind of weak. So continue.
Anyway, well, when we got there was this little kid.
Oh yeah.
He was little. He must have been what, like 8 or 9?
He was like 8 or 9 years old, man.
And we went in and we beat his Pokemon that he had left there, and he freaked out. He was standing right there. He's like, "Oh no, somebody's beating me!"
Because what happened was that because we were just walking around the park, like, you know, making laps.
Were you guys walking or driving?
We're walking.
We're just walking around. So, and every time we made a lap around the park, like somebody had already taken the gym, someone else. Like we're just rotating. People were doing the same thing. So the second time we went, like we saw it was taken over by the yellow team. And it was only one Pokemon there. And I'm like, oh, this must have been recent because...
No. That's not what happened. This one, remember, we were debating which Pokemon to leave and the gym was open.
Yeah.
And the kid took it.
Oh, yeah. No. But the second
Before
time...
that, yeah.
But the second time we came around, we're like, oh, there's one yellow one here. And then I think that was the kid because he was all happy. He's like, yeah, I got a Pokemon. And I left it. I got a gym. So he starts to walk away. And as soon as he starts to walk away, like we start battling the Pokemon. And you could see like on the screen, you could see like if lightning bolts are hitting the gym, that means it's under attack. So I guess he saw that his Pokemon was under attack and he like freaked out.
And he ran back.
He starts running back. He's like, oh my God, my Pokemon. So, I mean, he must have been like level 10 or 11. So I pretty much wasted his Pokemon. And... I guess like he was kind of like upset, and
but that was a good lesson.
It was a good lesson. So, but what happened was like we made another lap, and I guess he ended up like taking it back eventually. And I think the second time we just left it alone. We're like, all right,
we don't want to make the kid cry.
I don't want to make that kid cry, but he needs to know that like at any minute, I could take that gym if I wanted. Like, you could have it, kid, but you need to understand
It's under your good
that,
gracious.
that exactly that you are that gym leader only because I allow it.
Oh.
But no, it was hilarious just because the way he reacted to the gym being taken. Oh my god! And
Yeah.
he ran. Oh no!
Yeah, it's like, kid, you don't have to run. You're already in the vicinity. Running to the corner is not going to help anything.
Yeah, exactly. He was like right next to us.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't have to run. He said to open his app. Well, his app was already open, but he had to
Yeah.
like just like jump in the gym.
Yeah, he didn't need to like run back like feverishly.
And what shocked me the most was where the fuck were his parents? He was there by himself. It was like 11 o'clock at night.
Oh yeah, it was late. It was like almost 11. Yeah,
It was like this fucking kid is like I'm sure his parents were around there somewhere because there were people in the park.
yeah. There's a lot of people.
But still, like that motherfucker was by himself. I could
Maybe
I could have fucked that kid if I really
Oh.
wanted to.
Why? Why would you?
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
You could have said anything else. I could
Anything.
have robbed that kid.
you could have said
I could have.
somebody could have gave that
Hey,
kid some candy.
I'm not a child molester or a pedophile. But
you chose.
But that kid,
But if you were,
exactly, I could have. It was so easy.
but you're definitely
he was
not.
Right, he was right for the. I am definitely not.
He was-
It was right for the taking. Don't leave your fucking kids unattended. God damn it!
or junkyard. Junkyard could fuck them. He probably won't, but there's a possibility.
But he could.
He could fuck them.
You don't leave your fucking kids unattended, dude. Like, how do you just leave a fucking kid at 11 o'clock at night in a park by himself playing fucking Pokemon?
I mean,
Like, we're grown as men. I didn't even like being in
first
the
of
park
all,
at 11 o'clock at night.
Like, if I were a parent and I had like an 8 or 9 year old kid, first of all, I would never let him go to the park with weak ass Pokemon like that. I'd be like, nope, you are not stepping foot outside this house until you level up.
If you were like, Dad, Mom, I'm gonna go.
Let me see your Pokemon, kid.
Let me see your fucking phone.
Come on, he's a whack ass little Pokemon. Go, you walk around the block and level up before you go to the
Training.
park. Don't you dare step foot inside that gym.
Or maybe he was
You
just
embarrass yourself.
reenacting the actual Pokemon show, because in the game and in the TV show, the main character Ash Ketchum leaves home, and he was like what 10, 9 years old.
Yeah,
and he travels across the country.
On a bike.
This kid's doing the same thing.
No, man.
Yeah, that would be great if one parent was like, "Hey, if you want to live the Pokemon dream, you got to go all in. Here's your book bag.
Here's your book bag. Here's your bike.
Yeah, go nuts."
Actually, no, you didn't even get the bike right away.
Oh yeah, and don't let me catch you riding that bike indoors.
Come back with 1,000 Pokemon coins, and then you can buy the bike.
I don't know. I just, kids shouldn't be left alone, man. At 11 o'clock at night.
It
in the
was
park.
fun. It was fun. Like, caught a lot of Pokemans, leveled up. But a lot of crazy shit's been happening. That's like one of the good examples of things that have been happening. But there's just some like crazy shit that's been going on. Like,
thank God no kids have gotten fucked yet.
Yeah, I mean,
no, thank God Junkyard doesn't want to fuck the kids yet.
yeah, you're lucky I'm not a fucking pedophile.
Whew, there you go, parents.
That's like somebody.
Thank your lucky stars that Junkyard is
does
not a
want-
pedophile. Because if he was,
Yeah.
I mean,
that kid was right for the taking.
We should go to that kid's house and be like, thank God I don't want to fuck your kid. 'Cause I had the chance. So yeah, crazy stuff like that is happening.
And then, like on the south side, like people are setting up lures to like rob people. For those that don't know, like if you go to a stop, which is
a Pokestop, it's
Pokestop.
like a landmark.
It's like a landmark. If you go there, you can drop what they call a lure, and when you drop that lure, it basically lures Pokemon to that general area. And the thing about lures is that it's like a community buff. So if I drop a lure in the park, like everyone that's around the park can see it, and they can all gather around and all benefit from it. So what people are doing is like they were dropping lures and waiting for people to show up and then robbing them.
Yep.
So I mean, I'm not surprised. I figured that would happen eventually.
Yeah, that was one of the many things that happened. There's a couple other things that's happened.
And but before we move on, like what's funny is like I was driving back, and I live in a suburb that's right by Chicago, like literally like a minute away. So when I get off the highway, if I make a left, I'm by my house. If I make a right, I'm in Chicago. Like, and you could tell, and that border is very explicit. You could tell right away. Like the roads will change.
Yep.
As soon as you like,
very like one side is bad, the other side's worse.
The other side's worse. Yeah, one side's bad, the other one's super shitty. So there's a park that's like right across the street from this hospital, which is convenient because if you get stabbed, you know, you can just run across the street.
Or shot.
Or shot. Actually, no, they don't have. I don't think they have a trauma center there.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So
No,
yes.
you probably have to go up north.
Yeah, you do. So yeah, don't get shot.
No, there's a trauma center right here. But
Which
go ahead.
one?
That's besides the point.
Wait, where's the nearest? I need to know this.
McNeil.
Oh,
There's a
really?
trauma
That one?
center. Yeah.
Really? Okay. All right. Well, that was not McNeil that I was by. So there is no trauma center like right in the immediate vicinity. So this park, I'm driving down there and I see there's like 4 or 5 Pokestops there, and they all have lures. I was like, nope.
No, I'm
that shit
good.
looked empty as fuck too. I was like, I'll pass. No, thank you. I just I'll be on my way.
I'm not going to that dimly lit area.
Hell fucking no. I don't care how many Pokemans they have over there. Yeah.
But I think dead bodies are being found by people scavenging for
Yeah,
Pokemon.
this girl was looking for water Pokemon and she found a dead body floating.
I read an article that another person found a dead body.
What? Are you serious?
Yeah.
What the fuck are they like? Where are these dead bodies coming from?
Well, the thing is, think about it. Like these are all like places that people don't normally like are around.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
People are getting up and going out of their house.
People are going in places they've never been before.
They're going out of their way.
They're really going out of their way.
I don't go out of my way. I just go like home to work and
Yeah,
then,
but
like around my job.
this is you.
Yeah, I know.
You know, some other people are like, you know, so they're finding all sorts of weird shit.
Even though I do want to go to the place where they said there's a lot of Pikachus.
Oh,
Humble
that's
Park?
Humble
Yeah.
Park. I got a couple of them.
I need a Pikachu.
Yeah. So
Once
another-
I get a Pikachu, I'm gonna retire.
I think one of my favorite stories is
Junkyard likes to set up lures and attract children.
yeah.
No,
Not to fuck them, to tell them he could if he.
Yeah, he's like, hey kid,
I could fuck you if I wanted.
do you know I could fuck you if I wanted to?
Where the fuck are your parents?
Just be grateful that I don't right now.
dude.
You're such a fucking creep, Junkyard.
Dude, those kids shouldn't be left alone.
That's true. They shouldn't. But you don't need to say things like that.
No,
There are better ways to illustrate your point.
that's not true. See, because you have to say crazy ass shit like that so people can understand and listen. Because it's all about the shock value.
Okay,
if you are
tequila.
shocked,
I'm going to call you Junkyard Tequila.
if you're shocked,
Because you're just saying stupid shit right now.
if you're shocked, you're gonna be like, "Holy fuck, he's right. My kid could have got fucked," and then be like, maybe they won't let him out anymore,
Speaking
like by
of
himself.
That reminds me of this story when I was when I worked at this it's like a summer program for kids. I think I told you this story.
Yeah.
And
We talked about it in one of the first episodes of the podcast.
I'm pretty sure no one listens.
And they probably
I'm
already.
pretty sure
It was
every
like
listener,
episode 2.
I'm pretty sure every listener we've had that listened to the first few episodes is no longer with us. So I mean, we can start retelling these stories. We can start recycling now, guys. I think we're already beyond that point. Because if anyone listens to us now, they obviously did not listen to the first few episodes. So like, I was in this summer program, and it's like an extracurricular program for 7th, 8th, 9th, and high school boys. And I remember it was in the morning, and you know, parents will drive there, they'll drop their kids off, and there was a sports program, and they have classes, and they have like all sorts of stuff. So I'm there one morning, and you know, kids are all just, you know, getting ready to go to class. So there's like a basketball court outside. So they're all just like running around outside. And one of the kids, he wasn't really like a troublemaker, but he was one of those kids that like,
Was he at risk?
he was at risk of being at risk.
Oh, okay.
So at any minute he could have been at risk. But, you know, we were there to guide him in the right direction. But sometimes he just said things that really made us worry about him. Like man, how does this kid is not going to be okay out in the world type of thing, you know? Like he was that kid.
How is he now? Because this was a while ago.
This is I'm sure he's fine now because he proved that he can handle himself
All right.
after that incident. So what happened was like we're there, we're lining him up in the basketball court, and I don't remember his name, which doesn't really matter because if I did, I'd have to change it anyway for anonymity purposes. So let's call him Jamal. Let's call him Jamal.
Okay.
And
Does that name fit his ethnicity?
that name does fit his ethnicity. Yes.
Oh, so he was white.
Yep.
Yeah, he was.
All right.
He was albino. So Jamal, I remember he runs up to us, to me and like the guy working there, and he's like, Tony, guess what? I was like, oh, what's up, Jamal? He's like, I almost got raped. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, the fuck are you talking about? I was like,
I don't.
what?
You didn't talk about this. I've never heard this story.
I did.
before.
No,
He did mention it, but I didn't remember what he was talking about. And it just
I mentioned rape, and you guys got mad at me.
Oh, okay.
And then,
of course.
and I thought it was funny because the story, even though it's not,
because he junkyards know how to bring things up. He mentioned rape and he started laughing. so then he assumed we knew what he was talking about.
He was like,
And,
"You
hey
guys,
rape." What the fuck, junkyard?
And the thing is that the situation isn't funny, but the way Tony tells the story and the way it happened is funny.
All right, I haven't heard this story, so please.
So his kid runs up. He's like, "Hey, Tony, guess what?" He's like sweating. He was he was out of breath. He's like, "I almost got raped." I was like, "Jamal, what the fuck? Like, what happened?" He's like, "Well, I was walking here, and this van pulls up, and this guy like calls me over, and he says that he asked me if I like basketball. I'm like, yeah, I love basketball." And he's like, I have some jerseys in here. Do you want to try them on? And he's like, I'm like, what kind of jerseys? He's like, oh, I got some Bulls jerseys. He's like, if you want, you can try them on, and I'll take pictures of you.
Oh my god!
And then I was like, that doesn't sound right. So I ran over here. I was like, what the fuck? Well, like, what color was the van? It's like, oh, it was like a brown van, and like it drove that way. So we called the cops, and yeah, sure enough, they caught him.
Really?
Yeah. So, but yeah, that was very interesting. And I was like, good job, Jamal. If anyone asks you to try on clothes
and take pictures
in the alley to take pictures, you run away.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the story that Junkyard was talking about.
Junkyard's crossing off like like one of his ideas in his notebook. Oh, that's obviously not going to work. No jerseys and vans. All right.
Yeah. So yeah, like that was like a very interesting day.
Oh, and then some other things that happened, some crazy Pokemon stuff. A guy got into a car accident, hit a tree while playing Pokemon Go.
That was expected. Like I knew that was going to happen.
2 guys fell off a cliff.
That I don't know. Like
that, you got to be really. I mean, and the girl that walked into a highway or something, she got hit by a car.
Yeah, she ran in the expressway.
That's really stupid. See, honestly, like I believe that if you're that stupid, I don't feel bad for what happens to you.
I mean, the game warned you at the beginning every time you load
every time
it up.
And trust me, it crashes a lot. So you see that screen all the time.
Be mindful of your surroundings.
Yeah.
But the thing I don't get, those 2 guys that fell off a cliff, I gotta understand one guy maybe falling off, but 2 guys falling off a cliff. Like, how is that possible?
I mean, obviously it is.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. See, like I said, like when I read shit like that, I don't feel bad.
Yeah, I don't.
Like that girl that got hit by a car. I'm sorry, I don't feel bad for you. If you're that stupid, then I figure all these stupid people are going to get Darwined out of the system pretty soon anyway. So,
well, speaking of Pokemon, I think this leads us into our next segment.
Wait, before we do that, what about our good story?
What's good story?
About any of the good Pokemon stories?
What good Pokemon stories?
I do have one good one.
Oh, go ahead.
So there's this shelter in Chicago. I'm pretty sure others are doing it too. But what they're doing is they're advertising like you can walk dogs.
Oh yeah.
If you're like
Pokemon.
they're like Pokemon players, like if you're gonna walk, you can go to the shelter and like pick up a dog and like walk them around for like a couple miles or whatever, and then just bring them back. So I think that's really good because I mean you're gonna be walking anyway, and these animals are just like left there.
Or I seen a couple posts of like kids in hospitals who want to play it, but they can't really go anywhere. So people go up to the hospital and then set up some lures to attract Pokemon for the kids.
Yeah,
that's pretty nice.
That is nice.
Yeah, or they'll wheel them around.
Or just take their phone and go catch Pokemon for them and come back and be like, look.
Hey, give me your email address. I'll do it for you.
Yeah,
just lay back and rest.
Just so you know, I could have stole your information,
but I didn't.
But I chose not to.
Here. So anyway, it's talking about Pokemons. That also leads into our next segment. For those of you who don't know, that sound means it's our crazy news story.
It better be Pokemon related.
This just in, a pair jumped a fence at the zoo because they wanted to catch Pokemon.
Yep.
According to police. Not the kind of catch they were hoping for. Police in Ohio say that a pair of ambitious gamers hopped a fence at the Toledo Zoo early Thursday to play Pokemon Go, according to WTOL. Authorities caught up with Robin Bartholomew, 25, and Adrian Crawford, 26, near the Tiger exhibit. The news outlet also pointed a foreshadowing status on Bartholomew's Facebook page, where Robin Bartholomew says, quote, "I am not above breaking and entering for a Pokemon," end quote. Bartholomew and Crawford are each charged with criminal trespassing. While the game has taken the world by storm in the past week, some Pokemon Go players seem to be struggling with knowing where it is appropriate to play. So here are some unwritten rules of the game. Do not play while driving. Do not play at the 9/11 Memorial or the Holocaust Museum. And do not play during closed hours at the zoo. Only bad things can happen when you sneak into a zoo.
Also, don't play at Auschwitz.
You know what? I did read about like people like posting like they're catching Pokemon at the Holocaust Museum.
Because it's it's a Pokestop, I think.
And you know what's like which Pokemon is like pretty prevalent there? Coughing.
The coughing.
Oh yeah, coughing. The gas Pokemon.
It's a gas Pokemon.
Oh shit!
That's one of the pictures someone posted. Like, ooh, I caught a coughing. And it was like, oh, that's just
after listening to that article, I'm starting to think that people in Ohio don't understand boundaries at zoos. Because it was in Ohio, that place where that kid jumped over.
Yeah, it was in Cincinnati.
Yeah,
he jumped over that railing to go hang with that gorilla.
So it's not really that kid's fault. That's just their culture down there. They just
people in Ohio don't know how the fuck they don't know that zoo like animals can kill you.
Yeah, man. I don't know. All right.
And then did you read about that guy that got caught cheating?
Yeah, he got caught because she looked at his Pokemon.
Yeah, because like when you catch the Pokemans,
it shows you what area.
It tells you where they were caught, and I guess like she went through his Pokédex and saw that they were all like a bunch of them were caught by his ex-girlfriend's house.
And he was fucking her.
Got caught up.
All right, guys. Enough about Pokemon for today.
Hell no, motherfuckers!
Wake the fuck up.
All right, my gripe is Pokemon.
All right.
First of all, this game is so fucking stupid. Like, I don't even understand what the deal is. That's my gripe. I don't know about you guys.
That's it?
That's it, man.
Well, what's so stupid about it?
I just don't like it.
Yet you play it like nonstop?
Yeah, I play it all the time.
And you're like the highest level.
I am the highest level. I don't like to brag, but yeah, I am.
That it?
That's it.
Okay.
Hell no, motherfuckers!
Wake the fuck up.
You got a gripe? You go
Mamba?
first. You go first.
All right. My gripe is a recycled gripe. But
let me guess. Is it the vegans?
It is not the vegans. I actually have never griped about the vegans.
Is it the feminists?
It is not the feminists.
Is it the gays?
It is not the gays because I love the gays.
Oh, okay. That's
it? That's all you got?
Those are all the gripes I remember you having.
No, I had another one. It's prevalent today because of something that happened. Well, it's technically,
terrorism.
I mean, shouldn't everybody be griping about terrorism?
That's true.
It's prevalent today?
Yeah, like specifically today.
Wasn't there another Paris attack today?
There was, but that's not what we're...
How is that not your gripe? Do you not care?
I do care,
Are you pro-terrorism?
But everybody should be against terrorism, so if my gripe, everybody else should be having gripes the same.
Did somebody else get shot by the cops?
Nope. All right. Enough guessing because you guys aren't going to get it. My gripe is Ghostbusters, the movie.
That came out today?
Yeah.
Did you see it?
Tomorrow.
Oh,
Are you excited?
So this is the thing. Everybody's giving this movie so much attention. Like I don't know why this movie's getting so much attention. Some people liked it, some people didn't. It's getting really mixed reviews. I mean, I think the majority of people said it was pretty funny. But like, it's still like, I don't know. It's like I read this the reason like I'm griping about it is because right before the show I read an article. Somebody went through and laid out like they did this like statistical like reference on like movie reviews specifically because of Ghostbusters, because how shitty he thought the movie was and how like the ratings were getting pretty good. And like he went through like and totally showed like Fandango and IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes and how they review things and how they're like, and Metacritic, and how like the numbers are really skewed between all of the rating systems. It's like, is it really that, like, why is this movie getting that much attention where it's like,
maybe people like it.
That's great.
I think a lot of it is like it has such a like a hardcore fan base.
I love Ghostbusters. I've watched the movies when they were re-released in theaters.
People have been clamoring for.
I used to watch the cartoons. The cartoons were great. I had the toys.
People have been clamoring for a sequel.
I had a
for, like,
Proton pack growing up.
Ooh.
Yeah, I actually still have it. It's up there somewhere.
So how long have they been wanting like a sequel to Ghostbusters? Forever, right?
Forever. But the thing is, like, yeah, we want a sequel, but not like a shitty sequel. And it technically isn't a sequel. It's like a remake. It's like a remake / sequel.
So what is your problem with the movie?
It just doesn't look good. It doesn't look at the same problem I had with other remakes, like Point Break. It just looks bad. Like, it doesn't look like a good movie. I haven't watched it, so I can't really judge it as of yet.
Yeah, why don't you?
But I will watch it just so I can
watch it.
I will.
And then gripe about
I will
it.
watch it, but I'm no.
You gotta
My
go.
gripe-
You gotta go in there with an open attitude.
My gripe.
If you go in there like a fucking sourpuss, you're not gonna like it.
Yeah.
You're gonna look for stuff.
I already don't like it because, first of all, it's made by the same same guy that made Bridesmaid. That movie sucked.
That movie was
That
hilarious.
movie was not funny.
You just don't like Melissa McCarthy.
I fucking hate Melissa McCarthy, but I actually watched the movie before I hated Melissa McCarthy.
I think you just hate women.
I don't hate women. And that's the other gripe. That's part of my other gripe. Just because I don't want to watch fucking Ghostbusters doesn't mean I hate women. It has nothing to do with that with it being an all-woman cast. Like, that's great. I don't give a fuck.
All
I
right.
would want to go watch.
Jeez, take it easy.
I wouldn't mind watching that Bad Moms movie with,
That looks good, a good
with
movie.
Mila Kunis, and that's an all-woman cast. I don't care. Fucking, I watched Pitch Perfect. I love that movie. And there's nothing but women in that goddamn movie.
But this one.
But this movie does not look good, and I will give it a shot, just to give it a fair shake, because I do love Ghostbusters, and I heard there's a lot of cameos and whatnot. But still, like, chill the fuck out. Just because
you chill the fuck out.
Just
You're the one getting so upset about it.
No, because everybody's talking about it, and
I haven't heard one person talk about
dude,
it.
it's all over my newsfeed.
You're the only person that I've heard talk about it.
And the same thing, like, just because it looks like a shitty movie, it has nothing to do with me not liking women or a women castmates. And look who they picked, Melissa McCarthy. She's horrible. Fuck wants to see her fall
I think
down.
she makes some good movies. She makes some funny movies.
I have not seen one good movie of hers, and I've watched a few movies of hers. I saw Identity Thief. The movie's horrible. I watched Bridesmaids. That movie's bad. Saint Vincent was a good movie. She was good in that, but she wasn't falling down half the time.
She does fall over a lot.
Even in the fucking Ghostbusters trailer,
Yeah.
she was on the ground.
Getting slapped in the face.
No, there was another. No, the other day we went to go watch
Yeah.
Mike and Dave Need a Wedding Date. Now that movie's hilarious.
Great movie, by the
I know
way.
we already said this joke, but we should just go to a studio and pitch a movie. Be like, hey, we want to make this movie. It's called Melissa McCarthy Can't Stand Up. And it's just like 2 hours of her just like, whoa, whoa, and they're like falling over.
But no, right? Well, there was a scene that they showed in this that I had never seen because it was the second trailer. And she was on the fucking ground again.
You know what
It's
I will
like, fuck, man.
I will say the first trailer they came, the first trailer of the movie had the most dislikes out of any video on YouTube ever.
Yeah.
Which says something. But every time, because me and Tony go see a lot of movies together, and every time we went to go see a movie, that trailer would come out, and it would always garner some laughs. Like people act like they never seen it before.
Yeah, and it's like this trailer's been out for I don't know how long.
It was out for months, and people were
like, it's like they were seeing it for the first time.
they were genuinely laughing
Yeah.
at it.
And the girls sitting behind us when we went to go see Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates, they were talking about it. Like, the trailer came up and they said, like, oh, that movie looks hilarious or some shit. I overheard them saying, I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
You should turn around and be like, no, it's not fucking funny.
But they're women though. They obviously don't know about good movies.
Damn.
No, that's what you're saying.
No, that's not what
Yeah.
I'm saying. That's not even
Damn,
what I said at all.
junkyard.
That's what you wanted to say.
What do you have against women?
That's not what I said.
You wanted to say like, oh, your vaginas are causing you to not think straight.
No, because they came out laughing at Mike and Dave Need a Wedding Date, and that movie was hilarious.
Well, yeah, because it was made by men.
It had Anna Kendrick and Aubrey Plaza.
That's true.
You should go watch it, Mamba.
Maybe I will. I think I'll be Plaza.
You can watch it with your new girlfriend.
Okay, well, I don't know why you have to throw that out.
Because
you have a new girlfriend.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah,
and you can go to movies with her.
Okay, thank you for that suggestion.
It must be nice.
I'll take it into consideration.
I wish I had a girlfriend to go to the movies with.
You could easily have a girlfriend.
Yeah.
You've been working out.
That's true, I have. I'm good.
All right.
All right, go ahead, Mamba.
Hell no, motherfuckers!
Wake the fuck up.
I don't really have a gripe, so I'm just gonna talk about something that bothers me. I think
that's a gripe.
Yeah, you idiot.
But I didn't have the intention. Like it's a topic that can go into more discussion about it. But
it bothers you?
Yeah, it's gentrification, and I hate it. The reason why I hate it so much is because, people who are trying to sell these. I already have one of those. Sorry, a Pokemon popped up, but it's a hip. It's a hip now. I already have one. But the people the land developers and the people who are trying to get people to rent these places, I hate the wording that they use. Whenever somebody's trying to get people to move into a new neighborhood, they're like, "Oh, come move into here. That's a new up and coming hip neighborhood," and that is like the worst thing possible.
Not for hipsters.
Yeah, but it's just something. I know why they do it, to try to attract people. Like when you say, "Oh, this new up and coming area," but it's not new. People have been living there for decades. But it plays into the stereotype where white people claim everything. So like the Pilsen area, how they're driving out all the Hispanic families.
Yeah.
And they're trying to say that they're trying to attract people to move in there because they're saying it's full of culture and it's hip and that they just discovered it. It's kind of like Plymouth Rock all over again. Hey, you see all this graffiti all over the walls in these nice restaurants? Yeah, we discovered it. Come move here, white people.
But there's a little bit to that, though. Just, not a lot, but a little. As far as like those up and coming neighborhoods, is like where like the property values and like is very low. So when people start moving in and it starts, it is up and coming because the property values will go up. So they can buy it for cheaper and sell it at a higher.
Yeah, and then they move out all the families, aka indigenous folks, aka native.
All the natives.
Yeah, all the natives. It's just like Christopher Columbus all over again. Hey, come look at this area we just discovered. No, there's not people living here. And if they are, they're not going to be here for long.
Well, a lot of that has to do with the Chicago history. You guys ever hear of the Great White Flight?
What is that?
I'm going to say yes.
It was back in the day. They had all the before Chicago.
I've heard of it, by the way. I just want you to explain it.
Chicago was full. It was all white people. Obviously, this was we're talking about years ago.
Polish and Ukrainians,
and they were. What happened was they started bringing in a lot of the urban people out of minorities into the city,
suburbs.
Right? And then exactly. So the White Flight, all the white people started moving towards the suburbs, and then all the minorities were moving into the city. Now it's the opposite. Now it's taking full circle. Now everybody, all the urban people, the people that were the minorities are moving into the suburbs, and all the people from the suburbs are moving back into the city.
I know.
So it's the opposite of the White Flight.
I don't know. It's going to happen. I mean,
I think it's time for me to move to the city then. I don't want to be around minorities.
You are a minority.
Yeah.
But I want to be around them.
Time to leave then.
You want to spit on them like, stay on your side.
Yeah. Damn Mexicans.
I mean, I know it's bound to happen. It's the way things work. Cities change all the time. It's just annoying when, like, you'll see signs. Like, I remember I was on Halsted going north to Cabrini Green. And Cabrini Green, I used to go over there a lot because there was a YMCA there. And this is back when they still had a majority of the projects still up. But now if you go there, it's like a completely different place. All the projects are tore down. And then you see these billboards with a bunch of like smiling white people drinking champagne. It's like, oh, come do shopping, nightlife, movies. But like, it's upsetting.
Why is it upsetting? It's bettering neighborhoods.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. In some cases, it is. Cabrini Green was fucking horrible.
Says you.
Yeah, it says all the shootings and shit that happened over there.
I would rather perspective. I would rather hang around Cabrini Green.
There's a documentary about Cabrini Green and how like all the shit they used to go down there and the cops having to like bust into the fucking projects during gang wars.
Yeah, that's culture.
It's not fucking
it is
culture.
Now you go over there, it's just like it's like a robot city.
Get out of here.
People
so you want to live in the ghetto? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, it's culture.
It's not.
I have no problem with that.
Go move to Inglewood then. There's plenty of culture over there.
I will. I'm gonna drive my little Honda Civic over there
and go catch Pokemon.
Yeah.
Oh
well, that's my gripe.
That's great.
I mean, I probably could explain it more, but I just needed something to complain about, and that was my platform.
Hell Hell no, motherfuckers!
Wake the fuck up.
All right, guys, let's go ahead and get to our question, shall we?
Too many questions. There's too many questions.
The appropriate question is, where in the hell are they?
Excuse me. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
If my answers frighten you, Vincent, then you should cease asking scary questions.
NKOTP. I have been divorced for 8 years. My ex and I are on civil terms and text each other a few times a week regarding our kids, mutual friends, and, just generally shoot the shit. A few months ago, during a rough patch in my current relationship with my girlfriend of 3 years, call her Lily, I expressed my frustration in one of these texts. It was nothing horrible or unkind, just venting a bit. A week or so later, Lily was spending the night, and I awoke at 2 a.m. or so to find an empty bed. I discovered her in the living room with my phone, surfing through my texts. She was livid about the communication with my ex, particularly the one in which I commented about our relationship, and she stormed out. I have no password on my phone and nothing to hide from Lily, and told her so. I admitted that my ex was not an appropriate person to discuss our relationship with, and I apologized. This has caused a permanent shift in our relationship, though, on 2 levels. She's angry and suspicious regarding my communication with my ex, and I'm having trust issues with her. I feel my privacy was invaded, and I wonder what else Lily has searched to satisfy her curiosity. She's yet to apologize and feels justified in what she did. I contend that if she hadn't read the text, especially in such an underhanded way, there would be no ill feelings. Am I wrong to feel this way, or am I blame-shifting? Please give me any advice you can, guys. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you to Catherine Zeta-Jones for writing that.
Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Yeah, that was definitely her, right?
All right.
Judging by that accent? No? Oh, okay.
My advice is put a password on your phone, even if you have nothing to hide.
So Lily is the girl she's going out with now?
He?
He's going out with a girl named Lily.
I just assumed that it was a lesbian relationship because of the voice.
I think she was playing a man.
Oh, okay, that's why. Yeah, he's dumb for confiding in with his ex-girlfriend with his current girlfriend. That was stupid. Because your ex-girlfriend can use that as leverage one day. And you don't want to give her any leverage.
Okay. But it's his mother of his children, his baby mama.
Yeah, true. But
so he has to talk to her.
No, you don't.
Well, he doesn't have to tell.
He doesn't have to talk.
No,
to
he
her.
doesn't have to tell about his relationship, but he has to talk to her just in general.
I mean, yeah, you'd have to. If there's kids involved, you actually have to talk to them. But when you talk to them about your current dating situation, then it kind of gets iffy. Because what if she turns on you, like your baby mama, and she uses that against you? So that was dumb of him. You deserve to get caught up. And B, it's her fault because, hey, she wanted to ruin her day, so she looked at her phone. That's her fault.
That's true.
Yeah.
If girls want to ruin their day, they'll go through their guy's phone. And guys, always have a password on your phone.
I do have a password.
It doesn't even...
Well, you don't count. She's not going to go through your phone.
No, but she's asked me for my phone a couple times, and I'm like...
Nope. Really?
Nope, yeah.
Like, how did she give a particular reason?
No, she specifically said, I want to be nosy, I want to go through your phone. She was straight out. She was straight out, I was like, I just want to go through your phone.
I would be like, bitch. I mean, not that I have anything to hide, but if a girl was like, I just want to look through your phone, I was like, bitch.
No. But I refuse to give her, refused to give her my password. I was like, I'm not going to give it to you. I'm like, I'll let you look at it.
I wouldn't even let her look at it.
No, I was like, I don't give a fuck. Like you said, if you want to ruin your day, go ahead.
No, but at the same time, there's
I opened it up for her. I unlocked it. I was like, here you go.
But at the same time, there's the line. And I feel like it's kind of like borderline. I don't know. It's disrespectful if you're like, hey, I want to look through your phone. Let me see it. I'm like, okay. No.
And besides, she doesn't speak very much English, so it's not like she could tell what it was saying anyway.
But still, the fact that she wanted to go through it, to be nosy.
All girls are nosy. They all want to go through shit.
Yeah, I'm nosy too. I want to I would love to just start digging in through girls' emails and their text messages, but I don't because I know it's none of my business.
I don't really give a fuck.
All right, well, you have a weird relationship going on, but everybody else.
No, even like before, even my exes and stuff. I never felt the need to go through their phones. I honestly don't care. They're gonna cheat. They're gonna cheat. I don't give a fuck. Like, I mean, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. Me looking through their phone is not gonna like stop them from doing it.
I have learned my lesson because the last girls that I dated, I always looked through their phone and I always found something that upset me.
So you ruined your day.
So yeah, I ruined my day. So now I know better. I'm like, all right, if they're gonna do something, me going through their phone and like finding out is not going to prevent anything. They're going to do it anyways. So,
ignorance is bliss.
yeah, it's kind of sad, but it's true.
But like, yeah, so like, and you know, if she wants to go through my shit, go ahead. Like, I really don't have anything to hide, and whatever. It's not a big deal.
So, did we solve this guy's question, his inquiry? I don't think we did.
Yeah, put a password on your goddamn phone. It doesn't matter if you have nothing to hide. You should still have a password.
Yeah, I mean, just like...
Girls will go through your phone, and even if you have nothing to hide, they will find something that they thought you tried to hide.
Mm-hmm.
This is true. They'll always find something, even if it's like minute.
They're like, I didn't find anything suspicious. That's very suspicious.
Yeah.
What did you delete?
You should, yeah. Like, every guy should know that women are the greatest of all alchemists. They can always turn nothing into something.
That's good. They can be what is it, Sherlock Holmes when they want to be.
Yeah, I know.
They're pretty good sleuths.
They should like apply to the FBI.
But yeah, I mean, to answer this guy's question, he said he was sorry, right?
Yeah.
That's all he can do. Just be like, look, I was talking to
but he feels betrayed.
My baby mama. And I may have like said too much. Yeah, I mean, he feels betrayed, so they both kind of did something stupid. So all he could do is say he's sorry, and if she doesn't want to get over it, then there's nothing you could do.
So you've never gone through your girlfriend's or any ex-girlfriend's phones or emails or anything?
Not even because you went out with one girl for a long time. You'd never nothing.
She went through yours.
Lots of times. She went through mine on the regular. Like,
ooh, she did like weekly audits.
Yeah, did she like, all right, it's time for my inspection?
No, she did it behind my back. She did it when I was sleeping usually. And like, I remember one time. So like, this was towards like the end of our relationship. She wanted, I guess, she went through my phone. No, she didn't. She opened my phone. She had my phone. I was sleeping. Like I said, this happened a lot when I was sleeping. She opened my phone and she had, I guess she supposedly, I don't know if I believe her or not. She said she was trying to put a happy birthday message on in my phone.
That's really stupid.
Like a background or something.
That is really
wallpaper
stupid.
Or whatever. Listen.
Okay, continue.
So I woke up and as soon as I woke up, I saw her on my phone. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like right away, that's the first thing I did. I got defensive and I'm like, fuck.
Like, bitch.
Yeah, like, why are you on my phone?
Fuck my fucking phone.
And she got really upset. She's like, I was just trying to put a birthday message. She got all like whiny and shit, and I was like, oh, she made me feel bad.
I'm like, bitch, I know it's my birthday.
You don't need to tell me.
You don't need to tell me.
You don't need to go through my phone to let me know.
But yeah, she went through my phone a lot, and I mean, she found some things a couple times, but
I think when you start doing stuff like that, it only escalates things. Because I remember me and this girl. I mean, it happened to me a lot where I would go through a girl's phone, I would find something I didn't like, and then I would get really.
I mean, you're always gonna find stuff you don't like.
Yeah, and then it would just get worse. Like, I'd be like, all right, I find something I didn't like. That would make me more jealous, and then I would get more and more nosy, and I would always bother her about it. And then she would end up getting it with some dude because she'd be like, oh, well, you were just getting too controlling, and you were like being so. Bitch, that's because you were fucking some other dude. Of course, I'm gonna be nosy.
I have my girlfriend's password for Facebook, and actually have her email on my phone now because of Pokemon. Because I've been catching Pokemons for her. Mm-hmm. So her email is hooked up to my phone, but I haven't looked. I haven't felt the need.
Well, I don't think a lot of people in Mexico know how to send emails.
You dick. But she has a Facebook. She knows how to use that.
She's probably never logged in.
Yeah.
And I have her Facebook password is the same as her email password, so I can get into her Facebook whenever the fuck I feel like it.
Whenever you want to ruin your day.
No,
but has anybody ever like really cheated through email? Probably.
I mean, I found stuff. Like I've had suspicions, like with girls that I've like talked to and girls I dated. I've had suspicions, and I'm not proud of some of the things I've done. But yeah, like I remember this girl I dated. and this was back during the MySpace era, and I remember her best friend gave me her password, not my the girl I was dating, but because back during the MySpace height, when it was like in its heyday, I used to be pretty good with creating the custom profiles. I used to do like all my own HTML shit like that.
Yeah, those fucking pages took forever to load.
They did.
They were horrible.
But were they worth it? Yeah, they were.
To try to get the best page.
Dude, most MySpace profiles loaded in like seconds, and Tony's took like a minute.
But it was worth it.
Not really.
It was bad as fuck.
It was usually just Asian chicks in the background.
Oh, okay. Like I said, so they were fucking great. So it's funny because I dated this girl, and we were going through a rough patch. Like we were having problems, and it was already like towards the tail end of it. And her best friend gave me her password to her MySpace, and she knew how everything that was going on between me and this girl I dated because that was her best friend. So I'm like, why would she just give me her password? So she's like, oh yeah, can you go in there and like she wanted me to fix her layout or something? And I told her how to fix it. I'm like, look, just copy I've already did the code for you. Just copy this and paste it here. She's like, no, can you do it for me? Here's my password. I'm like, why are you giving me your password? So I'm like, let me see what
you were like, while I'm
here. And sure enough, guess what happened, Mamba? I ruined my day. My day was ruined.
You found out that she was getting too cozy.
Yeah. But whatever.
Hey, it happens.
It happens.
See, that's what I'm saying. Just don't do it. Stop. I know you.
All that's gonna happen.
You guys want to be nosy, and you guys want to be.
You want to be nosy, but the only thing that's gonna happen is you're gonna ruin your day.
And the thing is, like, yeah, most of the time it's innocent shit. Like, for example, I'll even say something. Today, I have my friend, a really good female friend of mine that works with me. She's actually an avid listener of the podcast. I was at work, and I talked to her a lot. And she's married, she has a kid and stuff, but we're very good friends. And I was like, I was there. I was at her, where she normally is at, and obviously it's summer school, so there's no school. School's out. And I started thinking about her, and I texted her. I was like, I miss you. I miss you as a friendly. I miss you. And she's like, oh, I miss you too. Whatever, blah blah. Now, if my girlfriend wanted to go through it, my phone, and she saw that, I'm sure she'd get upset. She's like, why are you telling her you miss her? But she doesn't understand. That's just two friends.
Yeah, for friends can miss each other.
Yeah, exactly.
I've never told a friend that I miss them.
Why not?
You told Junker I miss him all the time.
Yeah, you do.
I never said that.
I'm pretty sure I told you I missed you too.
All right, that was joking.
No, there's no emoticons after.
What?
There's no emojis. If there is, usually like a little heart emoji.
I've told other friends I miss them. It's not.
So what's up with that,
I don't see any problem. Like even today, I was thinking my male coworker. I miss him. He went to Slovakia for like a month. I haven't seen him, and I work with him. I work with him every day.
That's where I draw the line. I will never tell another guy.
Yeah.
I didn't tell him I miss him, but I was thinking that I missed him.
That's probably worse.
Why?
Because that means you've got closeted feelings, which is fine because we love the gays.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
But just don't touch me. Just don't touch me at all. Because I know if you wanted to, you could fuck me.
Yeah. Given the opportunity.
So anyway, yeah. So there's nothing wrong. But see, these are the things, like an innocent text can be, perceived.
Like right
yes,
now.
It can. I mean, an innocent text broke up me and Junkyard.
Yeah, oh yeah. But that's a story.
Let's not talk about that.
Yeah, why not?
Because we're already an hour and a half in.
We're already out of minutes.
So that's a story for another day?
You know what? That'll be under the paid content.
Yeah, that's
the DLC.
That's the
bonus
footage.
Bonus content, which you got to pay extra for.
The story for another day.
Yeah, it's a story for another day.
Get it? Get it for another day?
Oh yeah, I got it. So I'm gonna catch something else besides the Pokemon. This Instagram model that I follow, judging by her Snapchat, she's in Chicago, and I'm gonna go hunt her down, and randomly walk into her. I'm like, oh hey, I follow you on Instagram. What are you doing here? Want to hang out?
Say, hey, you should give her just shoot her like the hey stranger text.
Yeah.
Hey stranger.
All right, Junker.
Except literally she will be a stranger.
Yeah. All right, Junker, we're all on our phone, so just end it already.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to stop talking.
Okay.
Damn. He said, shut the fuck up.
All right, I'm leaving. I'm taking off my headphones.
Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/NKOTP1. Follow us on Twitter at New Kids in the Pod. See us on Instagram at New Kids in the Pod. Subscribe to us on iTunes and Stitcher. And now, YouTube. Subscribe to us on YouTube. It's audio only as of this point, but some people prefer to listen to shit on
so
YouTube.
It's kind of pointless, but whatever.
Not really, but we will be video. We will have video on YouTube shortly, like in a couple weeks or so. So stay posted, stay tuned for that. Just go ahead and subscribe now, so that way you could be on the ball. You'll be the first ones on it. Also, SoundCloud. I don't mention that one very often, but we're on SoundCloud as well. Send us an email, newkidsinthepod@gmail.com. Leave us a voicemail, 774-40-NKOTP. Mamba?
In a world full of random kids in a park, don't leave them there because Junker could possibly fuck them.
He won't.
I won't.
He won't.
I'm not
that type of guy. But
he could.
But he could. And that should scare you.
It should scare you. Don't leave your fucking kids alone. We'll catch you guys later. Next week, possibly. All right.
If I'm not out warning kids that I may fuck them.
Well, don't leave them alone. There'd be no warnings needed if you didn't leave them alone. We'll catch you guys next week. Have fun. Besitos. Kissies on your dickies.
At a red light, but the things you said around.